In 1992, one of the greatest underdog stories in all of sports was written. It's a tale of absolute passion, crushing desperation, and a captain's promise that took a team on the brink of collapse and turned them into champions. This is the story of the Cornered Tigers. And our story starts right here. Not in some fancy stadium, but with a dream so powerful it had to literally be tied down with ropes. For future champion Mushtaq Ahmed, and for so many others on this team, cricket wasn't just a game, it was a calling that they would risk everything for. And this incredible personal passion, this junoon, a word that means obsession, almost like a madness for something, it wasn't just one kid's story. It was the actual heartbeat of an entire generation. You could hear it echoing through the streets and alleys all across Pakistan. The legend himself, Wasim Akram, just puts it perfectly. For millions of people, this wasn't just a sport. It was a core part of their national identity. The only thing bigger was faith. And for players like Moeen Khan, that national obsession, well, it became a personal destiny. The fire that was lit playing on the streets was the exact same fire that would one day light up the world stage. It's a pretty incredible journey from just loving the game to becoming a professional legend. So where did these champions even come from? Not from state-of-the-art training facilities, no. They were forged in the fire of street cricket. And this wasn't just practice. It was an education in creativity and grit. It created players who were unpredictable, tough, and totally fearless. The kinds of qualities you just can't teach in an academy. Now, every great team needs a leader, but this team had a legend. And he was on a mission that was so much bigger than the boundaries of a cricket field. Let's talk about their captain, Imran Khan. The thing is, he had already retired, his legacy was totally secure, but he was lured back for one last ride. And it wasn't just about winning another trophy. No, he was driven by something much, much bigger than that. And this was the beating heart of their entire campaign. Imran Khan's reason for being there wasn't just to win, it was to build Pakistan's first ever cancer hospital in memory of his mother. Suddenly, the World Cup became the stage to make that dream a reality. The team wasn't just playing for a cup anymore, they were playing for a cause. With a mission that profound, you'd think this would be a story of instant success, right? Well, what they got was the complete opposite. They were heading for absolute disaster. I mean, the reality was a total catastrophe. Just look at this string of results. They lost their practice matches, got crushed by the West Indies, and then lost to their biggest rivals, India. And then, the ultimate humiliation, bowled out for a measly 74 runs against England. A literal act of God, a massive rainstorm, was the only thing that saved them from getting knocked out of the tournament right then and there. And that feeling of despair, it wasn't just on the outside, it was rotting the team from within. Even one of their greatest players, Wasim Akram, admitted they were basically just waiting to be eliminated. The belief was totally gone. They were ready to pack their bags. So they were down and out. The captain's noble mission seemed like a fantasy. The entire world had written them off. Was this really it? Was this the end of the road? Nope. Because in that moment of pure, absolute desperation, something changed. A legend was about to be born from a single, powerful idea. So picture this scene. The dressing room is dead silent. Morale is at rock bottom. The dream of a hospital, of a World Cup, it's all fading to black. And then the captain stands up to speak. This right here was the message. He didn't give them new tactics or strategies. He gave them an identity. He completely reframed their mindset. They weren't a failing team anymore. They were cornered tigers, animals that are most dangerous when they have absolutely nowhere left to run. He turned their desperation into a weapon. And in that one moment, everything shifted. A psychological switch was just flicked. All that hopelessness was replaced by this ferocious, unshakable belief. They weren't just a cricket team now. They were a pack of tigers, and they were ready to hunt. What happened after that speech wasn't just a comeback, it was a coronation. One that would define a nation and inspire entire generations to come. From that speech on, they did not lose another game. They clawed their way into the semifinals, then the final, where they had to face England again, the very team that had nearly sent them home. But this time, there was no rain, and there was absolutely no doubt. The Cornered Tigers were crowned world champions. The impact was just immediate and so profound. That victory didn't just belong to the 11 players on the field. It united 120 million people. All across the country, a whole generation of baby boys were suddenly named Imran, Wasim, and Inzamam. The win cemented cricket's place as the absolute soul of the nation. And they came home with so much more than just a piece of silverware. Remember the captain's mission? The prize money from the tournament, the donations that poured in after their incredible victory, it all went towards one single goal. One World Cup trophy helped build one hospital. Pakistan's very first cancer hospital, providing free care to the poor, was built on the foundation of this impossible win. The promise was kept.
So in the end, what really creates a miracle like this? Was it the raw, untamed talent that was forged in the streets? Was it a nation's collective faith? Or was it just the singular destiny of one captain, playing not for glory, but for a promise he made to his mother? You know, the answer to that, that's what makes this story legendary.